YouTube Nation? Madden TV, aka me TV, aka nobody will ever tell you the truth if all you ever believe in are lies. And that's what this comes down to today. We're going to talk about this because developers have been promising and lying to gamers, and gamers keep falling for it. Well, guess what? That ends today because we need to set a new standard of what happens in the sports video game franchise. Now, I want to say this. I'm happy to see that gamers are stepping up and saying something. I'm happy that you guys have sent me so much mail on this because there's so many complaints of what's going on. You say, Event, I'm saying this to you because Ronnie 2K and all these other guys, they're not listening to us. So maybe you can say something on us. Now, I told you guys before I was going to do this about 6 months ago, and I backed off it a little bit due to the fact that I thought, maybe this year's titles, maybe they would actually listen to the fans. Yeah, I guess that's just me being naive, but I actually thought they were going to listen to the fans and actually change some things, but obviously they haven't. So, once again, you cannot trust developers, and now gamers are speaking up about 2K12.
What's good, YouTube? This is Mr. Purple Zero back with another video, and I didn't think I had to do this video, but you know what? I'm fed up and I'm real pissed off right now. So you know what? This is a personal message to Ronnie 2K from the 2K Sports, and I want to tell you something. A lot of people yesterday, 2K12 dropped, it came out, it was available, 60 cash. A lot of people put down that 60 cash, a lot of their hard-earned money to go play 2K, to go play their friends, to go play some ranked games. And you know what? The servers are garbage, the servers are trash. You know what? You personally should lose your job. I want you fired. I want to have a personal meeting with you, somebody who's above you. Somebody needs to do something about you and your team because you guys are sitting back, counting your greenbacks, counting your dollars, all that money you made, giving out those covers, whatever, and you want to sit on Twitter all day and keep telling people, oh, the servers will be back, we're going to work on the servers, but you know what? You're not doing nothing. You're sitting back in that little room and you're counting up your bread and you're counting up your money, and it's not fair to the people that paid their hard-earned money and their cash to go play a game that came out and they want to, they want to do. It's bad enough we don't have rookies. It's bad enough for that. It's bad enough that you guys could have put in the crew, knowing a lot of people like that feature and they want to play that feature. But you know what? What goes around sure enough comes around, and it's going to come around. And I'm only going to say this once. I'm only going to bring this up a couple times because you know what? I'm sitting here. A lot of people are online. I have a good 40 heads online right now. We're just trying to get a game in, and nobody can get a game. Nobody can play a ranked match. Nobody can play a quick game against their friend because of you, Ronnie 2K. You want to go on Twitter, you're giving out Xboxes, you're giving out free games, but when they get the game, can they get online? Huh? Can they play somebody? No. Or can they enter the code to even put in get their free teams? No, they cannot. Because of you, Ronnie 2K. And look, I know you're going to get this. You're going to see this because I'm putting this out there everywhere. I'm going to put this on Twitter. I don't have a Twitter. It's going to Twitter. It's going to Facebook. It's going to the people above you. And it's going to get out there. Earlier today, I played a couple ranked games, about 6-7 games. What happened? I was up in about 7 of those games. What happened? Game lags out. I don't get a win. I don't get a loss. Another set of those games, I start playing. I get 3 losses because of the servers. I get 3 losses because of the servers? And this game is a fresh game? What were you doing the whole summer? Y'all worked on the game. What was y'all doing? You're sitting back there just counting your cash, right? It feels good to get your money. But you know what? Y'all gonna fix those servers. Y'all gonna fix those servers, because you know what? We're gonna start a revolt. We're gonna revolt against 2K. Y'all don't fix them servers. I promise you. I promise you. Live right now, they see what you're doing. NBA Live sees what you're doing. They're working on their game. They're working on what they're gonna come out with, and they're gonna make a better product. What do you think they've been doing the whole time? They're sitting back watching you guys mess up, and you're dropping the ball. A lot of people put a lot of hard-earned interest into 2K. We want a good game, and you can't even provide servers right now. The servers, serious.
And he has every right to be upset. Understand, people. I understand a lot of guys are going to say, who plays 2K for online? And, you shouldn't matter. You should know by now that 2K, they've had online problems for years. That's not the point. They should have this ironed out by now. And when you're putting up that much money for a game that's so-called quality, that they keep pushing in your faces, oh, we won so many awards, we have all this money for it, we see so many sales, they better have it correctly. It's really that simple. They better have it straight. And you have to understand that when a company sells this product, and they're putting online out there as a major feature, as a major selling point, they better have it. And we saw this when it started with 09.
Ooh. Man, I got Steve Nash going to work in here, boy.
Yo, what up, big fella?
What's this? What is this?
What you think? Tell me what you think.
What's this? What y'all got on, y'all?
You want one? Jackets, baby.
What is that?
It's OBL soldiers.
Oh, that's hot.
Yeah.
I'm rolling.
Speaks for itself.
I'm rolling.
Look, man, we heard you trying to choose a new squad for this 2K9 fantasy team you got going, baby.
I mean, the jacket's hot, but
The
you know,
jacket's definitely hot.
Y'all can't be on my team, dog. Straight
Oh,
up.
come on. How you gonna have an OB without the family?
V, I would pick you, but you use too much lotion and it'd be messing up the controllers and stuff. Go, you don't know all the buttons. Y'all two just totally out. Terrible.
Not really. I changed my style.
Change your style to what?
Better.
No. Hey, I like the jackets, fella, because y'all look like a boy group. That's cool. But on my fantasy team, I'm not rolling.
Boy, you tripping.
Where y'all going, dog?
We'll get signed. Don't worry about it.
Hey, this is what we on? I mean, I would pick y'all, but I like winning too much. You know what I'm saying?
When you were pushing online team play and you don't have something right, don't tell me it's a server problem, because that's when people say, oh, it's servers, it's servers. No, they have the money, and I have the breakdowns for you guys, numbers-wise, on how they have the money. I will get to that later. However, anyone remembers when I did my 2K11 videos, I explained all this to a T on what was going on with 2K and how they were just being lazy and they were cutting corners. Because of the fact that I showed you all these glitches and problems in the second video, in the second 2K video, I showed you guys all these glitches, all these problems, and a lot of you fans came out and said that, you know, oh, that's just my player. No, it had a lot of problems. There's a link in the info bar as well for you guys that shows association problems, franchise problems, my player problems, online problems. They're just across the board. And when 2K didn't listen to the fans for 2K11, what did they do? They cut servers. Once again, I'm sorry, not cut servers, they cut support for the game. Link in the info bar, all right, for the patches. Because the patch that they gave you guys, onto us, they say gave us, because I bought 2K11, all right? The patch that they gave us, what did they do? Stereoscopic 3D. What the hell? We don't need that. But you didn't fix any of the problems. And that was the biggest part. You cut support early when games like Madden were getting patches left and right because they knew they had problems, EA, and you cut it to go to 2K12. So what did you do? You tried to use Michael Jordan on the cover of 2K11 as a selling point. And now in 2K12, you're trying to do the same thing just to get people to buy your game. And gamers are very upset because 2K, you keep ignoring your fan base. You're going to lose people like this. I'll put it like this. Let's just get into what you guys had to say already, all right? All right, from user, where's my juice? It says, yo, Event, did you pick up 2K12? It says you probably didn't after 2K11. He saw the second video. He knows what's up. It says, but if you did, what are your thoughts? It says, in my opinion, it's the same old shit. Shitty online, scripted AI, corners cut everywhere. I'm done with 2K already after this year. See that 2K? Right there, you've already lost a fan. You've already. But I guess it doesn't matter because you don't know your fans. But let's keep going. This one is from TJ Killer 1. He says, hey, Event, I know it's been a bad week for gaming. At least the 2K team listened to the fans and did a better job on the My Player for 2K12. It says, but I think you already knew this. It says, just in case you didn't know, I checked on the sources. It's about damn time, and let's just hope they don't give us some piss-poor excuse for a server. It's funny you say that, because now we got some video where gamers actually showed what was the problem with the servers getting cut off 3 seconds into their game.
Just showing you guys a tip for this online mode on 2K12. It's really laggy for me, and it probably is for a bunch of people. And the only real thing you can do is not edit your defensive settings and substitutions. So, yeah, I'm going to show you this little tip and show you why it doesn't work if you don't do it.
This is Kevin Harlan joining me, Mark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. Look at the opening lineup for the Memphis Grizzlies. Mike Conley and Tony Allen at the 1 and 2. King at the 3, and he's backed up by Randolph and Gasol.
Look at that air. Usually if you don't edit anything it works, but this time it did not. That's the only way. You just can't pause it or anything. I don't know, 2K really needs to fix their servers.
It goes to show you with all the money that they made on 2K11, which I will get down to the breakdown with it, alright, that they didn't even use any of that money for servers because they don't care. That's what it comes down to. But let's get into more testimonial, alright? User, the best from Texas, sent me a message saying, what's up, Event? I love watching your videos every week. Thank you for watching the videos, alright? It says, I'm having concerns with NBA 2K12 mainly. The problems are because they still haven't tried to make the servers better, alright? Which I just showed you guys, alright? Now it says, Also, there's a game mode called My Crew where we can play with our friends with our created characters in basketball game. Now, look, I know how the My Crew is. Let me say now, the My Crew was a great addition. It's pretty much online team play. You guys know how this go, all right? But they messed it up because the server, I explained this in my video, where you try to get a team together and all of a sudden it lags out. That's all that ever happened in My Crew. And the thing is, that was the saving grace of that game, because when you're playing My Player and you see all these problems, it's like, I just want to play online. I just want to play online with some friends and see how I fare against them, since the computer's so damn stupid, all right? And then you get online and it doesn't work, all right? But people loved it. And the thing is, instead of fixing what was the problem with My Crew, which would have been a success, you gutted it. Because he goes on to say, they had that mode in last year's game, but not in this year. They blindly took it out without telling their fans, including me. That's what it says. So they took out something. Instead of fixing what they had, which would have been great, they took it out. And I'm going to explain that a little bit more to you guys later down the line in this video. All right, now, it says most people in 2K community want this game mode back. And I've been tweeting one of the guys that work for 2K, Ronnie 2K it says, and he hasn't replied back to me, but he can tweet and reply to stupid questions and what the new DLC is. That sounds kind of odd. That sounds kind of familiar. But let's keep going. It says, oh yeah, that Legends Showcase DLC they're coming out with is a joke, and I'm not wasting $10 on Legends. It says, really, I feel that 2K is milking us with the Legends like you said, and now I believe you. It says, really, I wanted the crew back in the game, but 2K doesn't know what will make them money instead of Legends Showcase crap. It says, thanks for listening. P.S. I heard that this DLC will help pay for servers. Is that true? I honestly don't believe it. Look, don't give them any ideas, all right, or any excuses. They can pay for servers. And we're going to talk about this right now, guys, all right? Because first off, I'll say this now. 2K12 sales are down from last year because many gamers saw what happened in 2K11 last year. They know what, they got screwed, they walked away. The sales are down, all right? But in 2K11 last year, it hit 5.5 million units. That's a lot of money. Don't tell me that you cannot afford servers. And as we know, sports video games really don't hit that big, all right? They really don't, unless you're Madden, all right? But let's keep going. In 2K10, sales were at 2 million, which was a 60% increase than 2K9. Now, mind you, they still had online at this point, all right? They were still pushing online team play and online play. So they had years to get this right. Now, I will say this, 2K has just now come up with a 2K partnership with Sidney Kings. And for those who don't know, that's in Australia. What they're trying to do is spread the product over there so that they can make even more money. Understand that they have the money. Any excuse at this point for servers is a joke. Especially when you're hitting all these units, you're hitting all these sales figures. Maybe if you stop trying to make characters look so realistic, and some of you guys pointed out that in 2K11, all they used was certain models from 2K10. So they didn't just upgrade everybody. Understand that, all right? But that's not all right? Because we're going to get on EA, and I want to talk about this. Because EA, man, we're going to talk about unfinished games, all right? This comes from WampDog123, who says, what's up, Event? He says, I just wanted to add some info that this unfinished, incomplete game crap is annoying as hell. He says, I didn't realize how many games it spanned until your latest video. It says, 2K12 is completely screwed as well. Just Google NHL 12. I'm sorry. This is completely screwed as well. Just Google NHL 12 problems and you'll see what I mean. I can hardly finish a Be a Pro game offline. It's in caps. Offline. All right, not online, offline. It says, online, other modes are screwed up as well, like HUT. It says this isn't even close to being a finished product. It says, and last I saw about 3 weeks ago, EA was working on it. It says they made it sound like it would only take a week to release the patch, but who knows? Now we're going to talk about this for a minute because EA, look, first off, I have NHL 9, I'll show you guys now. NHL 9. When I played NHL 9, it had so many problems, and we complained to EA about the patches. Now, for those who don't know, when you do Be a Pro and stuff like that, when you sign up for EA, they give you your own little private space on, on our website where you can write blogs and things of that nature. And I was constantly writing blogs on how, the developers can, work on things. And they never listened, of course, so it almost felt like an effort was worth a waste because they don't give a shit, all right? But they went on and started making patches for 2K9. See, I'm so stuck on 2K for NHL 9, all right? And then they still didn't fix all the problems, the cheese goals, all the glitching and all that. So fans kept bugging them. And they said, you know what? You'll get a patch, but it won't be until NHL 10. So you want us to pay another $60, 60 plus, for a patch that's supposed to be in the game now. And I talked about this before, about how, these games are online now, so you can patch on the fly. There's no reason anymore why we should have to wait another year for a competent product. You just shouldn't. And, they talk about all these, awards and carry on, and it really makes me mad to see this because it's already thrown in your face. But for those who don't understand what the Be a Pro is and the EASHL, here's a video to explain exactly what it is so we can keep going forward in this video.
In the EA Sports Hockey League, you can have up to 12 people playing at the same time. So that's 6 human-controlled players against 6 other human-controlled players playing anywhere in the world. Each person has their own individual camera in the third-person mode to see the world from their perspective. You can have up to 50 friends playing on the same team. You'll have your own uniforms, your own team name. Your team will play against the best teams in the world with the goal of winning the first ever EA Sports Hockey League Cup. The coolest thing about this mode is you are the star. It's your name on the back of the jersey, and you get to level up your character with the goal of being the best player in the world. We're tracking you all the time, so you can be the best defenseman or the best center or even the best goalie. We've done a great job at EA Sports at putting you in the shoes or the skates of great athletes, but now it's time for you guys to shine and for you to become the next superstar.
As far as I'm concerned, I'll say this now, the EASHL, which I will call the EAHL from now on, yeah, EA has something great on their hands. It is a great addition to the sports genre. I put it like this. You can take this should be a standard at this point, but you can take this and make it so much more. You can flourish from this, but EA is just sitting on it as if there's not a big deal. That gamers are they're still getting the bare minimum at this point. And I'm going to talk about options and features, but first, I want to talk about how the NHL product almost reflects Madden due to the fact that they're not fixing the product to what it needs to be. Now, don't get me wrong, all right? 2K has a worse track record than EA when it comes to patches, but they're still not going up to the standards. And as we all know, all the awards that they get for these games, no, they need to live up to the standard. But I want to talk about Madden real quick because check this out real quick, all right? Madden NFL 10 sales dropped 18%, right? And then Madden NFL 11 that came out in the first month sales had a 12% increase, but after that first month, it drops 18% again. Do you see the pattern? See, what EA is doing is grabbing a so-called small group of gamers. I shouldn't call them small because they make some big money off it, but a group of gamers, all right? And then afterwards, they teeter off. Why? Because those gamers know that the next one will be coming out next year. And that's the problem. Because they get hyped for the game and they buy it real quick. It's almost like microwave gaming, all right? But they know it's coming next year and they know they'll get a certain amount of patches, but then that's it. They stop playing. Well, we're going to talk about this in a minute, all right? Because I want to talk, I don't need this. Let's talk about this real quick, all right? Because I made a list. We'll talk about how we can prolong the life of sports games, all right? Now, I want to talk about this because, like I said, the EAHL should be a standard, all right? But it gives devs, if you do it this way, instead of, I'll put it like this. Instead of making a game every year, what you should do is do it every 2 years. And I know everyone's going to say event, that's blasphemy, they'll never do it. Look, with the EAHL, it is possible. If you give people what they want, options and features-wise, this can work. And we're going to talk about this because, first off, realistic size and weights. Talk about this for players, all right? Now, look, I want to show you this, guys. See this? Fight Night Round 2? Yeah. There's no way I should be online playing as a 5'11" middleweight and have to go up against a 7'1" guy looks like he's 300 pounds, but he's in the middleweight division, all right? At this point, and in 2K, it happens as well. 2K11, they had that. When we tried to play crew games, all the guys we played against was what? They look like the Monstars. I mean, seriously, 7 foot, 300 pounds, but they're guards. Like, this is a problem, and it should be down to realistic weights and sizes at this point. You put them in certain weight classes, fine, but you should know by now to keep this as simple as possible when it comes to, or more realistic, because that's what they're trying to sell you. They're trying to sell you the experience, the realism, without going out and playing these games. All right, understand that. So let's get into this. All right, overalls should be, or should I say, should end at 94. And I know a lot of people are going to be pissed off at that because, oh, I can't make this super uber character. You shouldn't have to. All right, if you distribute your points evenly to your strengths and weaknesses, depending on how you play, you should know by now how to do this. Overall 94 is more than enough. All right, everyone has a margin for error. Don't sit here and tell me that all your guys need to be 99. That's a joke. Anyways, let's keep going with this. Bring back Stadium Creator. For those who don't know what I'm talking about. Madden, I'll show you this because I had NHL NCAA 04, all right, and pour it over my guy to Madden. This game, let me tell you now, Madden 04, you had a stadium creator. You made all types of different stadiums you wanted to. You could have holographic backgrounds, field goal posts. You can charge for, you can set ticket prices, concession stand prices, fan appreciation day. You could put in new seats if you want. You could do everything in this game when it came to stadiums. This was amazing. You should have this in NHL by now. This should be in basketball. As far as I'm concerned, why not have outdoor rinks? Why can't you create your own? See, this, you're shortening people on this, EA, and I won't talk about this. All right, we keep going, all right? Game face should be a standard. And I say this because a lot of people, if anyone has read any forums, every time a new sports game comes out, my character looks like shit, or my character looks like that guy, or that guy, or that guy, and they don't really give you that much on the created character mode. Now, guys, I understand a lot of people are going to say that created character isn't a big deal. But when you are pushing, like I said, when you're a company, and you're pushing experience, and you're trying to say, you can live this experience through this game, and you want it to be that personal, you have to understand, personal connections, personal ties to things, they'll play the game longer. You have to understand that. Give people game face, and I understand EA does do it at times, all right? But then they don't put it in certain other games. In 2K, they never done it, all right? I don't understand what's taking them so long, but understand that it should be harnessed with either the PlayStation Eye or the Xbox 360 webcam or whatever, all right? PC had it for a very long time. Early 2000s they had this, all right? On PC, so I don't understand what's taking them so long to make this a standard. Everyone will at least have their own face or do whatever they want. Seriously, anyone saw Rainbow Six Vegas 2, you can put a mask on and take a picture, or put a picture up to, to it and have this like really funky thing. Like, have fun with it. Give people that option to have fun, all right? But you're not doing that. You're consistently holding them back. That's what you're doing. And like I said, and about this gutting, I told you I'd get back to it. Like I said, with the stadium stuff, the stadium creator, you took it out. You took it out. You took it out. Instead of building on what you already have to make your games better and bigger and stronger, you take out things and put in other things that don't work. And then we never see it again. It makes no sense. Not at all. Now, also, I want to talk about developers real quick, because developers, you should know by now that, or should I say, us fans should know by now that when we see a lot of problems, a lot of complaints, a lot of BS when it comes to AI or how a specific person should move, especially in 2K11, where AIs, certain of them should, crash the boards or whatever. They just stand there and don't do anything. Things like that. It goes to show that either developers aren't taking their time or they've never played the sport. That's what it says. Maybe you need some consultants. Maybe you need someone who's really played the game, who understands what video games are and what sports are. I'm not saying hire me. I'm not saying that. But people who know both sides, don't go get a pro and have no idea what he's looking at. And we saw that with Kobe Bryant at E3. He was like, I don't know what I'm doing here. This is real. And he said, but hey, it's Kobe Bryant. I mean, seriously, you have to understand that you need people who understand both sides. And this is not working, all right? And this is going to keep becoming a problem every year. Every year. And like I said, the people said it on the things, on the messages about, they sent me about how the AI is still bad. In 2K11, I told you the AI was still bad. People are telling me in 2K10 and 9 it was still bad. It's a problem. It's a huge problem that needs to be fixed. And if you want sales, you have to give people what they deserve at this point. That's what it is. And I know a lot of people will say, what do you mean what they deserve? If you want this money, work at it. That's simple. You want this money, work at it. Listen to your fans. I understand, like I said, you cannot listen to every fan. But when a group of people have a similar gripe, you have to address it. You have to. It's just bottom line. These type of things would help, I'm telling you now, would help create more stadiums. I mean, more player interaction. We saw EA with, with the hockey, the player cards? Yeah, if you give people their own player card and their own, their own teams and their own stadiums and all this, you're creating a league within your product. Understand, people can be traded. You can send them whatever. Give people, you want to give people the real experience? Give them what they deserve. Stop, either don't push it and it almost looks like a lie, or give them what they deserve. I mean, guys, seriously, at this point in the game, we are in 2011. At this point, these games should be giving you more. You're still getting, as far as I'm concerned, bare bones. And a lot of fans don't feel it's bare bones, but they still feel that they should at least have certain things done by now when it comes to fixes and servers and all kinds of bugs and carrying on. Stop rushing your games. These type of things would give your developers 2 years to work on the game, so we don't have to hear any more rushes, any more complaints, any more patches, because people will make their own leagues for that year. I'll put it like this. Even when that mid-year comes up, if you want to, release a patch. Release a patch for like roster updates and a couple more animations. You want to sell, you want to charge for it? Fine. Fine. 10, 15 bucks, that's fine. All right? I'm sure people will go for that because they won't be getting another product till next year, another physical product till next year. It would work. But developers understand that constantly throwing out these games year after year after year, it turns into recycled garbage. And then you get people who withhold, stop buying them because they say, well, this year was better than the year before. You know, the year before was better than the year now, you know, the current year, so I'm not going to buy this year. And you're actually hurting yourself. You're shooting yourselves in the foot. I understand that you're trying to play the numbers and say, well, we will have a certain amount of people who will buy every year, but you're hurting your initial, or should I say, hardcore fan base. You really are. Developers, seriously, people are disappointed in you. If you don't get back to them, they're going to keep making these type of videos like you saw in the beginning, calling for your heads. You really are. And it seems like it's growing every day. As far as I'm concerned, listen to the fans, listen to what they say, and please get this under control. Because right now, you've made this monster with online, and now you can't even support it the right way. I'll talk to y'all then. Y'all be safe. I'm out.